Hi, this is Joanna Garcia, and I am an elementary education major. I'm here with Dan. How's it going, Dan?
It's going really good.
Okay, and you're from St. George, but you're going out here to school at SUU?
Yep, I am. It's a great school.
Okay, and what's your major?
My major is education, biology education, so
Okay, and so you really like biology and
I,
science?
I do. I love it. I especially love the botany and the plant end of science. So,
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm here to answer your questions that you may need assistance with. So, how can I help you today?
well, one of the things that I'm wondering if you can help me with is I've always struggled with how to study from a textbook. I'm not good at that. So,
Okay, and a lot of us have the issues of studying from a textbook and maybe after some time getting distracted. So I have a few tips for you. Have you ever heard of the SQ3R system?
so SQ3R, I've never heard of that.
Okay.
It sounds like a robot to me. So,
Okay, and there's the S, survey, and then the Q stands for question, and then the three R's are read, retrieve, and review. Okay, so we'll start with surveying your textbook.
okay.
And when you go through your textbook and you start a new module or a chapter, you want to look at the key terms. And usually those are numbered, numerical. And also another good place to look at. Can you think of something else?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done that where you just jump right in. I just jump right in, but I do look at the glossary in the front once in a while.
Yes.
But I have so much ADHD that I just like to jump in and start reading.
Yes. And sometimes they have like vocabulary terms. That would be another good thing to look at, just to kind of get you an idea of what you should be looking out for when you start the chapter.
Okay.
Okay, and the Q, the question part, is sometimes at the beginning of a chapter they'll have questions on there. That would be good to look at so you can answer them as if you go along, and it'll make it more personal for you and you're able to connect with the chapter. And besides those questions, you can even think of your own questions and then you're able to answer them and you'll most likely remember the chapter.
Yeah.
Okay? The next one is read. So as you read, you're actively answering your questions and you may even stop for a while. Like if you feel yourself getting distracted after 5 minutes, take another 5 minute break, no more than 5 minutes, and go back.
Okay.
So you can
See, that's
stop.
something I've always wondered. Like, when you're reading, is there a length of time? Someone once told me it's your age, and your age in minutes. You read your age in minutes, and then you take a 15-minute break. But
Yeah.
is there like a hard and fast science for that?
It is on your ability to pay attention. So whatever you are, once you feel yourself getting tired or distracted, maybe you can change subjects and then go back to that, or take like a 5 minute drink break or something.
That's
And then come
perfect.
back to that. Okay. The second R is to retrieve. So once you're done with everything, you want to test yourself. You want to make sure you know this. And you want to do it without your notes because you feel overconfident answering the questions with your notes.
Mhm.
So what about if you just kind of ask yourself the question and then repeat it in your head? And that way you're not overconfident and you're secure that you actually know the material. So testing yourself is always a good way. And that takes us to review. Review, you always want to test yourself, make sure you know the material. If not, you can go back and see where your weaknesses are and maybe focus on that particular part. So usually at the end of the modules, they'll have reviews or maybe some questions for you, and that would be a good one.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's just review the SQ3R.
Okay, so I think S is surveying,
Yes.
right? So you want to go through and look through the chapter and survey what is there.
Yes.
It's just like familiarizing, right? Then your Q is questioning. You can use the questions provided in the book, or for me, I like to create my own questions,
Yes.
maybe based off of what I know of the subject, but I
Yes.
think surveying would help create questions.
Exactly.
Then it was read. You've
Yes.
got to read it.
Yes.
Ask yourself questions, and if you get tired, you got to stop. And then I know review is the last one. What's the
Retrieve. You want to
retrieve? That's
that
right.
information.
Which probably helps get it stuck in your mind,
Yes.
right? Once you've
Yes.
gone back and tried to retrieve it, and then reviewing it is just a refresher, right?
Yes.
So go back, review what you've read. Maybe I think it would be good to read like the little smaller subtitles and just kind of understand what it was there. Is that correct? Is that
That is perfect.
okay?
Okay, and that was the S23R for us today.
That is perfect. Thank you. Appreciate the help.